Let Casey say fuck. Hey everyone, welcome to Princess Gay. I'm your host, Connie, and today we are here with Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. We are on Season 2, Episode 7, and yeah, last time we had Casey cussing. Okay. This was a very unexpected thing that they threw in there. And yeah, it was obviously like censored and everything, but the fact that it was actually put in there is wild. The fact that it was actually included, even if it was censored, is crazy. But I love it. I think it's a genuinely great joke, and it caught me super off guard. Now, we also had the entire thing about, wishing and trying to fit in with fads and everything. And in the end, Lunella accidentally, upset Beyonder. He was just trying to help and be friends and everything, and like in actuality too, and she just pissed on that entire thing and sent him away, and that was never resolved. That never came back. I don't know if we're gonna have a resolution to that in this episode, or if that's gonna continue to be a thing going forward for a little bit. I guess we'll see, but I'm just not gonna waste any time. I want to get on this, plus I have something else to record today, so let's just get right into this episode. When the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Excuse me. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So I looked up Utkarsh Ambudkar, again, apologies for any mispronunciations, who voiced Anand in this, one of the STEM kids. And the actor was in Tick Tick Boom and Free Guy. And it's like, okay, I know who this is now. But also, he's Boomy in the live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender series on Netflix. And I'm not even going to get into that. And I don't blame him. I'll leave it at that. I don't blame him for anything. The actor is not at fault. But yeah. This episode was great for a number of reasons. And between stuff like Puss in Boots: The Last Wish and this, and I think there's been a couple other things lately that have showcased panic attacks in a really, really well done way. It's just really cool to see this kind of thing being given attention in media that is geared towards families and children. Because this is a real thing that happens. And it's really being given respect in its depiction. It's being shown in a realistic, believable way. And I think that's just impressive to me. As someone who has had panic attacks, this is just, it's weird to say that it's great to see, because it's like, it's never like, a good thing that someone has a panic attack, but you know what I mean. It's good to see that this kind of thing is being showcased towards a younger audience who honestly need to be able to see this kind of stuff. Unfortunately, it's not always as easy as it's depicted in some of this stuff. sometimes it's not as easy to come out of that as a dog putting its head on your lap, or a friend putting some music in your ears, letting you listen to it, some uplifting, phenomenal music. It can be on occasion, but there's sometimes where the panic attack is too strong, where that's just not going to work. And there's no easy, perfect solution. It's a lot to deal with. And even as someone who's gone through them, I can't tell you exactly how to fix them, exactly how to, get over them quicker, or help someone get over them quicker. Because again, it's not always that easy to understand, especially for someone going through them. And I'm someone who has not had that support network like Lunella does here. When I went through the worst year of my life, I would say, in 2013, when I went through the height of my panic attacks and really faced how bad they could be, I didn't have a support network, and that was part of the reason why my depression, my anxiety, my panic attacks were happening. That was part of the reason why I was in such a bad place that year, and why I attempted suicide multiple times. And that makes it really difficult for me to understand ways that this can be, helped. When I'm starting to feel like I'm getting to that place where I'm in danger of having a panic attack, or even when I'm starting to have it, the things that have helped me the most, often, but again, not every time, have been to engage in something that means a lot to me. Whether that be listen to a song that means a lot, watch something that means a lot, play a game that means a lot, just to engage in something that is important to me. That has helped, but again, not every time. And again, I don't think there is kind of an end-all be-all solution. I don't think there is anything that's going to work 100% of the time. But there are people who would know more than me, and if you want to know more, I would suggest trying to do research from, people who would be in that field, who would understand that kind of stuff more than just someone like me. But anyway, to bring up the mood a little bit here, we had Wakanda being brought in, Dr. Ojo being a Wakandan scientist, and she came to the school not to be the substitute teacher. That was just a cover for her wanting to study Lunella, because Lunella's been on this short list to join this team. Wakanda's putting together this team, and that's definitely going to come into play. And I'm very interested to see how that ends up going. Excuse me. I absolutely believe that is set up for the future of the season. And that's exciting. But this episode mostly focused on the pressure that Dr. Ojo was giving to Lunella. And she did apologize in the end for it, and I'm glad. And apparently it's because it's the way she was taught, the way she was mentored herself in the past. And so it's how she automatically defaulted for her own mentorship status with Lunella. And that really sucks, because it was doing a lot of damage to Lunella. And she did, and Dr. Ojo did realize this in the end. She should have realized it sooner, yes, but she did realize it in the end. And she did apologize. I can be happy about that. So, we meanwhile had Devil team up with the STEM kids to take down this spurned loser of this robotics competition. And that just went surprisingly well. And now they're forming a club with Lunella. So, yeah, new friends, I guess. Although, we still need to put more of a focus on the old friends we already had. I'm still going on about that. Like, those characters still need more time. We don't need to add in new friends. We already had a friend group. But this episode, the big thing it did outside of the setup and the panic attack scene, which was, by the way, phenomenally animated. The visual representation of Lunella's panic attack was so perfectly depicted. The black and white kind of like chalkboard design and everything, the quiet of it, the sketchiness of it, it was just so good. But yeah, the pressure and everything was a lot to deal with, and it would be. I really, really like how it portrayed Casey here, and how she was working to help Lunella this entire time come back from this pressure and these panic attacks. Lunella just Casey just continues to be the best character. It's just hands down for me. And I'm very, very excited to see more of this as it goes, just in terms of how much Casey continues to help Lunella. And I kind of hope that Lunella is able to return the favor, because Casey deserves it too. And I kind of want to see the other end of that. So, yeah, I'm very excited. But yeah, we still need to see more of those other kids, because right now that's kind of my only real... It's not even really an issue, it's just something I just really think they should be doing already. I know they're like side characters and everything, but they've set them up so well. It's like I just really hope they don't start making the STEM kids like notable characters and just forget about the other ones. That would just be like, not that great. But I guess we'll see how it goes. So, tell me in the comments below, what did you think of this episode of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur? And for now, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.